All right, we're leaving for another trip. This one's down to Santa Fe, New Mexico. We're gonna try and escape the heat down here in Oklahoma. It's gonna be like 105 degrees all week long here. And up in the mountains, it's only supposed to be about 85 with lows in the 60s. So we're gonna try to beat the heat. Just filled up. We are in Elk City, Oklahoma. It's about 130 miles from home. We're averaging around 25 miles a gallon. We're cruising around 65, and so far the bus has been doing really good. When we pulled over for fuel, I went and felt the intercooler pipe, and it was like cool to the touch. So I think the new intercooler is doing great. Caution tape.
And fenced.
Huh. Well, we just stopped by the Blue Hole, hoping to hop in and cool off a little bit, but it's closed temporarily or till further notice. And driving past it, there was a bunch of caution tape and like 8-foot fences around it. So I don't know if somebody had an accident or maybe part of the hole collapsed or something. We got about an hour and a half to Santa Fe. Just made it to Santa Fe. It's about a 10-hour commute, but van did great. Didn't have to do anything. It just ran the whole time. Didn't overheat any, which I was kind of surprised. It's up to like 100 degrees sometimes. But anyway, we're here, so we're gonna go get some food now and chill out. All right, we just stopped into Santa Fe. Got some cheeseburgers over at the Burger Shack, and we walked around and got a little coffee for tomorrow morning. Now we're driving up to the mountains. We got about a 30-minute drive. We're going all the way up to it's like Santa Fe Ski something. There's a Forest Service campground up there we're gonna stay at and hopefully avoid all this heat. This climb is no joke. We just keep doing switchbacks all the way up this mountain. This is our campground for tonight. We're around 10,500 foot elevation, so we are way up here. And when we left Santa Fe, it was about 94 degrees, and by the time we got up here, it was in the 60s. We're sitting right by this little creek, and I think that's keeping it pretty cool at the campsite. was about 50 degrees at the campground, which was awesome. So we hung out for a little bit and then went down to Santa Fe, had some lunch, walked around a little bit, did some shopping. Then we went to the grocery store, did a little resupply, and now we're headed back up to the mountains because it is getting a little hot out. We're gonna go hang out up there and then alright, we're leaving the Black Canyon campground right now. There was one site open and I saw another camper coming up, and apparently he had already paid for it, so we just packed up our crap and we're headed back up the mountain. We're gonna try this Hyde State Park and see if there's anything available here, and then if not, we'll head back up to the top. Just made the biggest hill climb I've ever done in the van.
It's kind of scary.
It's like 300 foot straight up. And take the site on the left. Here's the site for tonight. There's the rest of the hill climb we made. And we gotta go down and pay. Go find a kiosk somewhere. There's a little trail right next to the campsite, so I decided to just start walking down it. Taylor's back there taking a little nap, but I figured I'd get out and stretch my legs. It's definitely a lot different hiking at 9,000 foot elevation than it is back home. There's some massive pines out here. Like, look at this thing. That's really it for tonight. Came back from our walk and made some dinner, and now we're just packing up, getting ready for tomorrow. The plan is to leave around 7 o'clock in the morning to get to Bandelier, and then after that we don't really have a plan, so I guess we'll make one in the morning, but right now that's it. Up the Fray Trail right now, just a one-way trail up to the campground, but I figured I'd hike up and see what the view looks like. We're all loaded up and headed out of Bandelier. We got a pretty tall climb out of the park. It's about 2 miles to the top, and maybe 1,000 to 2,000 foot of elevation. So hopefully the van doesn't overheat. But luckily we scoped out 2 pull-off that we can stop at on the way up, and we'll take a break there if we have to. This hill's not that bad. It's kind of just like the hills we were climbing to get to the campground. We are leaving Valley's Caldera right now. It was kind of just a random last minute stop out here. We were driving by and saw some crowds looking out into the valley from the main road, and there's a couple of huge herds of elk, so we got to see those. And then we ended up just driving down the road to see what else was here. Saw probably the most prairie dogs I've ever seen in my entire life out here. Then we went up and saw the cabin from Longmire, and saw the whole valley from the other side, which was about the same as from the other side, so pretty symmetrical valley here. And now we are leaving and headed over to the Jemez Springs campground, and that's where we're staying tonight, so check in with you there. So we just got to Jemez Falls campground, and the sign was out front saying it was full. So we're gonna go back to the falls, check those out, and then turn around and hightail it back and stay at this little dispersed camping site. That's it for the falls. The storms are rolling in pretty quick. I can hear the thunder getting closer and closer. So I'm gonna hightail it out of here. Okay, man. We got to the campground and went to pick out a site, and then we realized we had no money. We also had no service, so we were just headed down the hill, and luckily ran across this little country store, and there's a liquor store next to it with a lodge, and all in one parking lot. So we were able to get $10 cash back from the country store, and now we're headed back up to the campground to pick out a site and stop driving this van. Here's our campground for tonight. Staying in Site 14 in the Redondo campground. It's just $10 a night, and pretty happy with it. It was raining for a little bit here, but the rain just let up, so I'm going to go put my payment in and then go back to camp and probably start cooking some dinner. But really cool campground, huge ponderosa pines. Pulled over to the side of the road. There's a little creek with some trails down the side of it, so I decided to come and check it out. Very pretty little valley. I could see this being one of the best hiking spots in the area, just following the Jemez Creek. Alright, so we made a change of plans. Instead of going back to Santa Fe, we're going to turn around and go up to Taos. Our last trip up to Taos, we just stopped at a pizza shop and ate, and then we went and camped. So didn't really have enough time to check anything out. So I think it's worth driving up. It's about an hour drive from where we are now. And then we'll drive back in the morning and go to a little farmer's market.
Head home?
Yeah, and then head home. Alright, we're getting out of Taos now. We had lunch and went around all the shops. It's pretty cool. They have a lot of road construction going on right now, but we're just inching our way through town. Gonna head up to the SEUBi campground. It's way north of Taos, 35 minutes or so. Coming down to the campground now. It's like a 3-mile drive down this dirt road, and it looks like somebody in some big truck came out after some rain and just made big ruts down the whole 3-mile road. Sun's going down now, but this was the camp for today. We stayed here once before on our last New Mexico trip, and we liked it so much we decided to come back. Today the weather was great. There's almost no clouds in the sky, so we kind of got to enjoy the warmth for a little bit after yesterday's rain. Really just been hanging out, taking a little chill day today. Tomorrow morning we're driving all the way back to Santa Fe first thing in the morning. We're gonna go to the farmer's market and then hang out in Santa Fe for a while. It's Saturday morning now, and we just finished packing up camp. We're gonna drive the high road back to Santa Fe because we didn't really enjoy the drive up here. So. We left the farmer's market and we headed back down to the shopping center of Santa Fe, and we did not know, but there's a gay pride parade today and they had about the whole city out there. So we've been driving around for about 30 minutes trying to find a parking spot so we can go eat. But I think we're coming to the conclusion that all the restaurants are going to be full. So Taylor's trying to work her magic and find us somewhere to eat. We decided to leave Santa Fe today and just start driving home. It's about an 8-hour drive from Santa Fe to Oklahoma City, and we left an hour ago. So we just filled up with fuel. Taylor's inside getting some snacks, and I think we're gonna just keep driving and see how far we can get. It was just about 10 hours of driving. We got back around 12 o'clock. The van did great. We were cruising at 65 almost the entire time. I hope you enjoyed the trip. We had a blast, and it was great getting out of the heat of Oklahoma for a little bit. And there's definitely a few things that I've learned about the van that we'll be updating soon. But for right now, I'm gonna go take a shower and go to bed. So thanks for watching this video.